Welcome to the historic Irish city of Waterford, and by the end of this video you will definitely want to put Waterford on your places to go. Founded by the Vikings in the 9th century and located on the southeast coast of Ireland, Waterford is the oldest city in Ireland. During the 12th century, Anglo-Normans invaded the city and built defensive walls with towers all along the outskirts of the city. Some of these walls and towers remain, including Reginald's Tower, which has had many purposes during its history, including operating as a prison, military storehouse and a mint, but is now a museum that is publicly available for tourists and locals to visit. Waterford has been host to many historical events, including being the first place the Irish tricolour flag was publicly flown at the Wolfe Tone Club in 1848 by Thomas Francis Meagher. A statue was built in his honour in 2004, and the Irish flag is flown at 33 the Mall, which is the former location of the Wolfe Tone Club. Across the road from 33 the Mall is the Waterford City Council, where you can visit the Mayor's office. Waterford is also home to the world-famous Waterford Crystal. Founded in 1783 by brothers George and William Pembrose, Waterford Crystal is one of the most famous and sought-after glassmakers in the world. After decades of success, due to a poor turn of events, the Pembrose brothers were forced to close their glassmaking factory in 1853, but fortunately, in 1947, after almost a century of dormancy, Waterford Crystal was revived by glassmakers Kyle Batchik and Shek Morslav. Waterford Crystal is thriving, and you can book a tour of the factory on the Waterford Crystal website, where you can watch how they create their wonderful pieces, and also you can visit their retail store afterwards and purchase some of their wonderful products. Bishop's Palace Museum is an 18th century townhouse that homed the Anglican bishops between 1743 and 1919, and is now a museum that displays Waterford's Georgian and Victorian past. The inside of the building contains many rooms with Georgian and Victorian furniture and historic paintings and other objects. Outside on the grounds of the building, there is a statue of former King of Leinster Strongbow and his wife Aoife, who got married in 1170 at the Christ Church Cathedral. Speaking of the Christ Church Cathedral, it's just another historic building in Waterford. The first cathedral to be built on the site was built in 1096. Throughout the site's almost 1,000-year history, many cathedrals have been torn down and rebuilt on many occasions. But the current building was built and designed by John Roberts in 1779, who was responsible for the design of many historical buildings in Waterford. Medieval Museum is another great museum located in the Viking Triangle area of Waterford. The museum is located inside a beautifully designed, butter-coloured curved building. Inside the museum you will find many relics of Waterford's past, including the likes of the Great Charter Roll of Waterford, which is a 4-metre long charter roll that was created in 1373. It includes portraits of the kings of England from Henry II to King Edward III, who was the king when the roll was made. One One of the best parts of the museum is the two chambers, Chorister's Hall and the Mayor's Wine Vault. It's the only building in Ireland that house two medieval chambers. There's much more to see at the Medieval Museum, including the Great Parchment Book of Waterford, and you can find more information on opening hours and costs on the waterfordtreasures.com website. Next door to the Medieval Museum is the Irish Silver Museum. The museum shows off many ancient relics and products that were made with silver, including swords, cutlery, coins, medals, and so on. Many of the relics were made by silversmiths from across Ireland. The highlights of this museum include the Waterford kite brooch, World War I medals, and the dining table. Visit the Waterford Treasures site for booking information. A short walk away from the Irish Silver Museum is the Irish Museum of Time. Inside the museum you will find some of the oldest Irish-made grandfather clocks, table clocks and watches. There's also a collection of internationally made clocks and watches in the museum. A highlight of the collection is the London-made William Clement clock from 1663. In the heart of the Viking Triangle is a 23-metre long wooden dragon slayer sword with carvings of dragons, Vikings, longboats and so on. It's the largest Viking sword in the world. Every year, between the 12th and 21st of August, Waterford hosts the Waterford Walls International Street Art Festival. The festival will be celebrating its 8th-year anniversary this year. Artists from all around the world come here to create wonderful art pieces on the city's walls that brings the place to life. O'Connell Street especially has a lot of street art and is a definite must-see if you are a street art fan or even an artist yourself. Here's a compilation of some of the best street art throughout the town. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in Waterford soon.